And I think that's because I didn't allow it to get me rattled. And that's what a professional does. Never let them see you sweat. Don't. Actors, same thing. They get nervous before they get on stage in front of the camera, but you can't show it. So then after you take your meeting, this is part of being a professional. You follow up with a thank you card. No one does this. Now this is going to make you stand out, which is the whole concept of this webinar. How do you stand out like nobody else does? Executives' assistants sort the incoming mail, and the handwritten notes, they're always stacked on the top of the pile. I learned this from inside information. So I go, wow, what I've been doing for years actually is the right thing you need to do. And a week later, when they've forgotten all about you because they have 5 projects or 6 they're working on, they'll open up this letter that says, hey, thank you very much. I had a great time. And go, oh, my gosh, I remember that writer. That'll score you. I mean, do it with honesty, but that'll score you so many points. And that's just the way you need to be, acting as a professional, I think, As a professional knows when it's time to walk away. Don't be afraid to say no if a deal's not working to your benefit. They'll respect you more if you say no, and this is true, absolutely true. So you'll be afraid of not saying yes, but you'll have more power when you say no if something's not working. And remember, first impressions linger. You only have one chance to make a first great impression. So you stand out by projecting the image that you want others to see. If you're waiting tables, I waited tables 10 years to get my, through college. But when I would take a pitch meeting, they wouldn't know that. I'd come in professional writer. They read my work, and they didn't say, well, what are you doing for a living? I'm a writer. So, in a business of smoke and mirrors, you project what you want them to see, and they will believe it. If you're in the corner sweeping with a broom, and you say, oh, I got a script. Yeah, so, everybody's, my gardener's got a script too. But, you know what I'm saying? Project yourself as a professional screenwriter. Even if you haven't sold anything, it's the easiest thing you can do. And invest, please invest in good business cards and stationery with a letterhead, because I'm telling you, so many times someone will hand me a card and it's something that they printed on their computer. And all of this, half hour we just spoke about in my conversation with them, the person I'm meeting, and they, regale me with stories of what they've done, and they're working on this, and they hand me the card, and I look at it, and everything they've said just goes out the window as hot air, because, again, first impressions linger. So invest in every top professional. That's presidents of production, you name it, where I've had meetings. You look at their business card. It's very simple. It's clean. It doesn't have typewriters on it or a director's chair or something. It's just it's simple, and it's professional. And you look at it, and that represents you. It represents you later when they pull the business card out and look at it and go, oh yeah. Well, imagine if they pull out a piece of paper that's been printed on a computer and they see this mess. And also, don't put on the business card a million things that you do. One time a guy said, I'm a director, writer, producer, actor, cinematographer, PA. I just had to laugh. I was like, oh my God, I want to keep this card and frame it. If you're a writer, in fact, don't put anything. On my own business cards, it's just my company logo, my name, and the contact. That's it. I don't say about screenwriter, I'm a this. You can put that on, but a lot of times for me it looks like it's a little forced. If you are that, you are that. And, they'll contact you and we'll have a discussion or meet in person. So invest in good business cards. I can't tell you how important that is. And again, the book I mentioned, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He's a fantastic writer. Did Tides of War, Gates of Fire, Legend of Beggar Vance. Professional respects his craft. He does not consider himself superior to it. He recognizes the contributions of those who have gone before him, and he apprentices himself to them. That right there, boom. You follow that, and like I was talking about, the mentors that I've had. That's where you're going to learn if you've got the idea to being professional enough to do that.